Tattoos are now common, but they have been around for at least 5,000 years. It is not very surprising to see someone with a heart or a coat tattooed on their body. Our perception of tattoos, however, has come to be very closely associated with Western pop culture. But tattoos have a remarkably diverse and long past. Different cultures across the world have embraced tattoos as a significant part of their traditions. These traditions have a unique implication for each community. In some cultures, tattoos have been a taboo too. The world of tattoos needs to be explored and understood better. And that's exactly what we're about to do in this video. So let's begin. The word tattoo had originated from the Polynesian word tatau. After his first travel to New Zealand and Tahiti in 1771, Captain James Cook brought this word to Europe. He had seen there men and women with huge tattoos all over their bodies. His fascination for the tatau came back to the Western world with him. But unlike the origin of this word, the art of tattooing is not a recent phenomenon at all. As mentioned above, tattoos are at least 5,200 years old. The earliest evidence of tattoos had been discovered on the mummified remains of Otzi the Iceman. Discovered in the Austral Alps in 1991, he had about 61 tattoos, and most of them were found around his lower back and joints. There have also been discoveries of tattooed mummies in countries like Egypt, Sudan, China, and the Philippines. Different countries and cultures have perceived tattoos in their own ways and continue to do so. Let us look into some of the most distinct and popular systems. We begin with the Maori tribe in New Zealand. Native to New Zealand, the Maori tribe has a rich culture of tattooing. It reflects their sense of pride, belonging, and identity. Their style is also very different from their Polynesian neighbors. In fact, contrary to conventional belief, not having tattoos is a rebellious act in the Maori tradition. Maori tattoos are sacred, representing a rite of passage for both men and women. For boys and girls, getting tattooed would represent their transition to adulthood. Maori soldiers would often get tattoos to appear more dangerous to their enemies. Every design and symbol in Maori culture has a special meaning. Tattoos symbolize different aspects of life like personal growth, ancestry, rank, individuality, life history, and achievements. Maori tattoos were also considered a beauty symbol, making the person more attractive. However, getting Maori tattoos is a very painful process. To make these tattoos, the tattoo artists puncture the skin using chisels. The whole process can render the person bedridden for days to come. The Maori tribe considers the face to be the most important and sacred part of the body. The ta'a moko represents the art of face tattoos. While men tattoo their whole faces, women tattoo their chin, lips, nostrils, and throat only. A woman's chin tattoo is known as moko kowai. Tattooing on any other part of the body is referred to as kiri tuhi. Maori tattoo culture suffered immensely under the colonial suppression of the 20th century. The 1970s witnessed a revival and restoration of this sacred tradition. Maori tattoos continue to hold the same essence and standing till date. For Maoris, tattoos will always be a precious taonga, a treasure. The main outlines in Maori tattoos known as manoa translates to heart. These lines represent one's journey through life, their achievements and aspirations. Korus are spirals that represent aspects like harmony, growth, peace, and new beginnings. Some of the most commonly used symbols in Maori tattoo patterns are Hei Matau, which represents aspects like prosperity and good health, Pikorua, which stands for path of life and eternity, and Hei Tiki, which represents ancestry. This brings us to the next tattoo culture close to New Zealand. The people of Samoa, as well as people from other Polynesian islands, take immense pride in their tattoo traditions. Your necklace may break, the fort tree may burst, but my tattooing is indestructible. It is an everlasting gem that you will take into your grave. This verse from a traditional tattoo artist's song is a clear indication of the significance of tattooing in Samoan culture. Polynesian or Samoan tattoo culture has a legacy that dates back at least 2000 years. While almost every individual in the community bears tattoos, warriors and chiefs tend to have the most extensive tattoo work. Tattoos are not just seen as a body embellishment, they also represent a person's position in society and their ancestry. The tattooing process, however, is long and painful. There is also a risk of infection. The tattoo artists, known as tufuga, use tools made of sharpened boar teeth, turtle shells, and wood. After the work was complete, the tattoos would take a while to heal, and the whole tribe would come to assist the person in his daily affairs until he was fit to do so himself. Despite the dangers, a man was called a coward if he could not go through the process. A ceremony would celebrate the end of this difficult yet fulfilling journey. The coming of Christian missionaries in the 19th century was a setback to this custom. Tattoos were seen as barbaric and they tried to eradicate its practice. Despite this intrusion, Samoan tattoo culture continues to thrive. The traditional style of male tattooing in Samoan culture is known as pea. Samoan males get tattooed from mid-torso to the knees with intricate designs. Women have tattoos that start from below the knees and go up to the upper thighs. Their tattoo style is known as malu and is more delicate compared to pea. The Samoan tattoo symbols are based on the four elements: the ocean, earth, fire, and wind. Some of the popular symbols include turtle, which represents fertility, shark teeth, which stands for power and ferocity, and the sun, which stands for brilliance and leadership. Our next stop is Egypt, Africa. Let's dig a little deeper. Egyptian tattoos have had a long and an intriguing past. The tattoos found on a male and female Gibellian mummy are in fact the earliest evidence of figurative tattoos, and they belong to the same time period as Otzi the Iceman. The next discovery comes a millennium later only. Tattooing in ancient Egypt appears to be an exclusive practice among women. For a very long time, Egyptian history's interpretation fell under the bias of male historians. They associated these female tattoos with low social standing. Women with tattoos were believed to have been dancing girls or prostitutes. The discovery of tattoos on elite female mummies and a closer study of these symbols has challenged this myth. The mummy of Amunet, a priestess of the goddess Hathor, displays a pattern of dots tattooed on her abdomen. Such patterns have been found on several other mummies and figurine dolls. This pattern was interpreted as a symbol of protection associated with childbirth. As the belly swells, the net-like pattern forms a protective barrier around the baby. The symbol of Bes, the god of childbirth and fertility among many other things, found tattooed on the upper thigh of these women backs this theory. Later designs also include hieroglyphs such as Nefer and the Eye of Horus. Such tattoos were often found on the throat, shoulders, and back and were presumed to have religious symbolism. Egyptians used sharp metal points with wooden handles as a tattooing instrument, and the ink was generally a mixture of charcoal soot or indigo powder. Many Egyptians consider tattoos as a taboo in contemporary times. This has mostly to do with the religious restrictions and government opposition that exists in the country today. Some of the most well-known symbols in Egyptian tattoo culture includes the Ankh, which represents the key of life as well as being a symbol of River Nile, Scarab beetle, which represents mound of creation, and the Eye of Ra, which stands for restoring harmony. Tattoos in Japan have had a very complicated history. Known as irezumi, the Japanese art of tattooing can be traced back to the Jomon period from 14,500 BC to 300 BC. Clay figurines called dogas belonging to this era have been recovered with tattoo-like marks. According to Chinese records dating back to the 3rd century, Japanese men from different tribes bore many tattoos on their faces and bodies. This ancient art form held different meanings: as a decorative body art, as a representation of spiritual and religious beliefs, as well as a status symbol that varied with rank. The relevance of tattoos has fluctuated in the Japanese society since then. By 720 AD, forehead tattoos explicitly became a device of criminal punishment. The Edo period, 1603 to 1868, marks the beginning of the golden age of tattooing in Japan. The growth of woodblock printing, known as ukiyo-e, had popularized folklore heroes, and their images were now being tattooed. It is during this phase that irezumi flourished and grew as an art. Irezumi tattooing is a long and painful process. The traditional technique of tattooing by hand is tebori. They use chisels and gouges, which are needles bound to a metal or a wooden stick. They also use a special type of ink known as Nara ink. It was around this time that the rulers tried to ban tattoos. The Japanese government reused tattoos as a form of punishment known as bokeh. Prisoners would be branded with tattoos, making it difficult for them to re enter society. The Yakuza, a criminal gang, started using full body tattoos as a symbol of protest. It soon became a rite of passage for every new member. Ultimately, the government outlawed tattooing, which was legalized only after the American occupation in 1948. By then, a stigma around tattoos had already settled in the society. Even now, tattoos are looked down upon. Several public places like saunas, gyms, and pools have a strict no tattoo policy, even for foreigners. Some of the most popular motifs in irezumi include tiger, which stands for strength, ferocity, and protection, koi fish, which is a symbol of luck and good fortune, and ryu or dragon, which stands for wisdom, patience, and creativity. The next tattoo culture that we explore is the Sakyan from Thailand. The traditional Thai art of tattooing is known as Sakyant. Literally, Sak means to tap or to tattoo, while Yant comes from the Sanskrit word yantra, which refers to a machine or an apparatus. While the intricate geometric designs make these tattoos look really aesthetic, such tattoos are seen as no ordinary creations. The symbols, prayers, and scriptures that are tattooed carry a deep religious and spiritual message. Sakyan tattoos are believed to be magical and sacred. In fact, only monks and ajans who undergo rigorous training to learn this sacred art can create these tattoos. The Sakyan master chants a final blessing to activate the magical powers of such tattoos. Each work holds a special meaning that is unique to the wearer. It is a holy belief that these tattoos would bring them luck, strength, and healing and protective powers. Warriors would often get Sakyan tattoos for strength and protection against their enemies. Sakyan tattoos had originated from the Khmer people. Asian religions, especially Buddhism and Hinduism, have molded this tradition over time. The traditional style of stick poke tattooing is still prevalent in this tattoo culture. They use a metal or a bamboo stick with a needle attached to the top. The ink is a mixture of elements like charcoal soot, sesame oil, and even snake venom. The needle is then hand tapped into the body. Another important aspect of this culture is the Buddhist moral code attached to this process. A person who gets the Sakyant is expected to follow certain principles for life, for example, to never lie, kill, or steal. This code of conduct is regarded as the foundation for a life of simplicity and righteousness. The three main designs in Sakyant are Hateu or five sacred lines, which represent aspects like good luck, protection, kindness, charisma. The Paiti or eight directions, which offers protection for wherever you travel. And the Gao Yords or the nine peaks, which represents universal powers, dedication, or the path to enlightenment. Our next location is India. When people think of India and tattoos, they often connect it with henna. Henna is a semi-permanent tattoo that can last for a couple of weeks and is made using the paste of henna leaves. It is popularly referred to as mehendi and is a treasured ritual in the Indian culture. Henna is a significant tradition in weddings, religious rituals, and other such events in India. The henna is generally applied to the hands and the feet, and this custom is believed to have evolved from an age-old practice of the desert communities. They would apply henna to keep themselves cool. But India has a diverse history of tattoos that goes beyond henna. Home to a large number of communities and tribes, tattoos have held different meanings for different groups. It has been a symbol of beauty, status, class, caste, strength, faith, and even gender. Every tribe also has its own technique and tools for tattooing. Let us look into a few of them. The Apatani tribe in Arunachal Pradesh had started using tattoos to make their women appear unappealing to the men from enemy villages. Some believe that this is a misinterpretation and that their tattoos reflect their beliefs, rituals, and bonds with nature. The Apathanies used thorns to pierce the skin, and the tattoo ink used is a mixture of soot and animal fat. The men of the Konyak tribe of Nagaland wear tattoos as a symbol of tribe identity, manhood, even as a representation of their war victories and head count. The traditional tattooing tool is called a thongkwa, which is used to insert the ink made of soot and leaf juice into the skin. Some of the most common designs in henna include the peacock, which represents beauty, vines and leaves, which stands for strength, persistence, and devotion, and flowers, which are a symbol of new beginnings, beauty, and joy. Every tribe also has its own distinct patterns, designs, and symbols. For example, the Rabaris women of Gujarat tattoo symbols of snakes and scorpions, while the men in their community have a camel tattoo. Another unique culture of tattooing is found in Morocco. The Amazigh or Berber tattoo culture in Morocco has had a rich past. Since the earliest times, Amazigh people had used tattoos as a symbol of identity rooted in each group's history and purpose. This culture has been unequivocally women based. Nonetheless, few men do have small and discreet tattoos. Amazigh women would wear tattoos as body ornaments. It was seen no different than makeup. At the same time, tattoos would also represent the social and marital status of a woman. A woman's tattoos would evolve with changes in her life. Puberty, marriage, loss of a spouse were instances that called for tattoos. They would also get various other tattoos for good health and warding off evil spirits. In fact, their first tattoo, a facial tattoo called Siala, was drawn on their chins for inducing fertility. Amazigh tattoos are generally drawn near body openings such as the mouth, nose, eyes, and the navel, and the tattooist is generally a middle-aged woman. She would use needles, incense, aromatic herbs, black coal, as well as the dye ink made of leaf juice for the tattooing. The growing Islamic culture in North Africa, however, has been a major obstacle to the tattooing tradition. A few well-known symbols in the Amazigh tattoo culture include the frog, which is associated with fertility and magical rites, seeds, which is also a fertility symbol, and the eye, a symbol for protection against the evil eye. It is believed that the cross in the middle deflects evil in 4 directions. The next tattoo culture that we are about to explore is of China. Chinese art of tattooing is known as Wenshen or Sishen, which translates to puncturing the body. The tattoo culture here has a long and unpopular past. In China, tattoos have been in existence since the 6th century. One of the 4 classical novels of Chinese literature, Water Margin, also weaves the tale of 12th century bandits wearing tattoos. Despite this, most have seen tattoos as a distasteful practice, a form of body disfiguration. Like the Japanese, tattoos came to be used by Chinese rulers to mark convicts. During the Han Dynasty, 500 forms of crime had tattoo punishments referred to as mozui or ink crimes. Nonetheless, there are a few minority tribes that have unique tattoo traditions. The women of the Dulong tribe would get face tattoos to make them uglier so that the men from enemy tribes would not rape them or take them away. And although such fears no longer exist, it has become a tradition and a rite of passage for all Dulong women. In the Dai community, both men and women get tattoos. For men, it is a symbol of strength and masculinity. The Li people of Hainan Island also have a tradition of tattooing. They observe this as a mark of maturity and adulthood. Tattooing is more prevalent among Li women. The mainstream outlook continues to be conservative. Even now, the Chinese tend to associate tattoos with criminal backgrounds. In fact, the Chinese government has banned the appearance of tattoos in all forms of media. Despite the age-old prejudice against tattoos, Chinese youth is now embracing the tattoo culture. Some classic Chinese tattoo symbols include dragon, which represents wisdom, goodwill, luck, phoenix, which stands for prosperity, rebirth, and peace, and Fu Dog, which symbolizes good fortune and protection. Dai people would commonly wear tattoos of dragons and tigers. Our last stop in the world of tattoos is in central Mexico, where the Aztec civilization had flourished between the 13th and 16th centuries. The Aztecs left the world with, among many other things, a unique and fascinating tattoo culture. They took pride in their alluring and detailed designs that were way more advanced compared to their contemporaries. Tattoos formed a crucial part of Aztec rituals. For example, children would be tattooed with symbols of deities whose qualities they aimed to embrace and cultivate in their lives. The location of such a tattoo would also hold a symbolic meaning. Tattoos were also seen as badges of honor for the Aztec warriors. Aztec tattoos reflect their people's pride in their cultural and civilizational roots. It continues to influence Mexico's modern tattoo culture. Of all the Aztec tattoo symbols, the most common and sacred symbol is that of the sun. The Aztecs held the sun to be the source of all life. Animal tattoos were also common as they represented spirit guides. For example, eagles symbolized a powerful and dominating personality, tortoise reflected slowness, and monkeys were characteristic of erratic behavior. No matter the cultural space, it has always come down to perspectives. While some communities have seen the human body as a shrine that must not be ruined by any foreign element, there are some who have perceived the skin as a blank canvas that's waiting to be painted with a story. Every tattoo has something to say.